Okay, Courtney, tell me what brought you in today.
I have this really big fear of being late for things. I'm afraid. Um, I just get really anxious when I'm late for class or late for an appointment or late for a meeting with a friend or something like that, and I just get this feeling in my stomach I just get really nervous.
Yeah, I completely understand that. If we're gonna give a name to this problem, what would it be?
I think it would be like just time anxiety. I don't know.
Time anxiety, I like that. Very accurate to what it actually entails for you. And can you tell me do you remember the first time this problem happened to you and how it has carried on?
That's a good question. The first time that this happened, I think the first time was probably, I have to think really far back. I feel like I've had this problem for a while, but I don't think that I really cared about being late until it was something that really mattered. So I got my first job when I was 14, and I bagged groceries at the commissary, and I had to be there at 2:45. And I couldn't drive because I was 14 and I was in Germany. And so I would tell my mom when we had to leave, and then, sometimes we would be running late, and I would just feel oh, this is crazy. I wish I could control it. I wish I could be there on time. And so I feel like that's the first time. And then progressively since then, I feel like just anytime it's something that I know really matters, I just feel really nervous about not being on time.
Okay, that's interesting. Do you remember ever being a time where this wasn't a problem for you at all? And how was that like?
I think, just when I was a kid and I didn't have any real responsibility, just if my parents made it a doctor's appointment for me, and they took me to the appointment, and I didn't care if I was late. I was in the back seat of the car, playing a game or looking out the window. I didn't care about any of that. And more recently, I guess, I'm getting better because I feel like if I'm late for something, I just tell myself it's not a big deal. If we're late, we'll just be late, and that's okay. And I'm just trying to tell myself it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you've actually starting to find ways to cope with this thing that you're experiencing. That's amazing. And what would you name your life, or if this problem was gone immediately, would you give a name to the new life you're having, or without this problem at all?
I similar to the time anxiety kind of name. What would I name my life if I didn't have the time anxiety?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably my life would be just, calm and content no matter what.
So you'll call it a calm and content life no matter what?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds really good. You've talked about how you're coping with this, you're telling yourself it's not a big deal and it's okay to be late. How might you what can you do to make that a reality for you?
I think part of it is like actually showing up to something late that maybe isn't that like, I don't want to show up late to work, but if it's like a social gathering or like a meeting with a friend or something, like if I actually show up late on purpose, like then I'll know like, okay, I'm late to this and nothing bad happened. Like I didn't die and like I didn't throw up and it's totally fine. Like, so I guess either like actually showing up late or to something that doesn't matter, or just constantly telling myself like it's okay if you're late and it isn't the end of the world. Like telling myself those things will get me in that calm and content state. So.
Well, you mentioned like showing up on time for work. That's being very responsible, and a lot of people can't do that. So I applaud you for doing that. And why don't we try showing up a tiny bit late for social gathering, like when things are not that important, and see how that goes for you. And you can try out if this is a good strategy to cope with this time anxiety thing you're experiencing.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Sounds good. Okay. I will try that.
All right. Thank you for meeting with me, Courtney. Oh my gosh, I better hope this is recorded.